heavily resource-reliant heroes.
We'll see if this is the right kind of adjustment, if the resources on the map are enough, and if they understood exactly how aggressive RRQ can get to take us to game number 3. Welcome to game 2. It's the Royal Derby.
Ooh.
Match point for the Kingdom.
Uh-oh, Keyboy gonna be caught in the tough spot already. Force a flicker out. Wow. It looked like such a good skirmish in the start for ONIC in the beginning, but it's Keyboy who has to use a flicker.
Yep, almost for Rins too, but all it does is time him out. He does recall, so a TKO across the board. Looking at the player emblems this time around, how do you build your Kalia? Keyboy,
pull yourself together.
A little bit of XP, yeah. A little bit of cooldown, a little bit of HP. So the many different flavors of Kalia.
Yeah, for EDOC, it's also pull yourself together with a firmness, right? So wanted to have a little bit more resistance up against this heavy artillery composition, let's be honest here. Despite, okay, hold up. Harry wants to go in, gets shoved back. Goes to the Soul Snatch, not enough damage just yet. In the early game, Sutsujin almost found the quad shadow over to Sans. Luckily, Sans got that wing.
All right, this is an interesting matchup to watch. A lot of shadows, is Shinobi Warfare that RRQ, Hoshi, and ONIC are getting into. Let's talk about that XP lane matchup. This was very different from game 1. It was prior a Badang versus Phobius. This time around, it's a Badang versus Hylos.
Ooh. Speaking of the XP crab just got stolen by EDOC.
From afar, he just throw the shockwave.
He just, boom, shattered it down to the ground. This matchup is, again, more of a non-lane than it was before, right? At least the Phobius wanted to fight. The Hylos is more like, yeah, if you don't want to fight, we just, you know, go and rotate.
Yep. Ryota goes for the battles this time around, not the little skirmishes. So he's holding on to this turtle, pulling it over to ONIC's side. EDOC already at level 4, Rins as well, so there's no need to use the diversion. Keyboy holding that small brush. Does not have the tsunami yet.
No, Tyron in the back, able to go in. Sans already using the Purify. EDOC getting the implosion out too. Kairi walks into it, goes in, Soul Snatch away, but Tyron's still on it. Sutsujin gets all the space. Tsunami slam down to the ground, but it's EDOC who has the final laugh.
Just too little, too late. Not to mention the SOD hit nothing but air. The atmospheric awareness of RRQ Hoshi. They got tabs on everyone from ONIC.
And Leo, it was just so perfect how EDOC was able to get level 4 so much quicker than Keyboy because he got that steal on the XP crab.
Yep. EDOC was rushing nothing. Like, he was standing in the very same spot he was when the fight started, and he had all of the time to reposition, all of the time to say, no, I will press the implosion when the timing is right. And he caught Sans.
He got the shadow of Kairi too. Oh, almost. A catch doesn't have the implosion, but it has thrown Keyboy out of that bush. Toy trying to go in. Good feather airstrike there from Sans. And it's back to damage control for ONIC. This is very, very deja vu to game number 1. It's RRQ winning the first fight. Not as big as it was in game 1 though.
Yep, a little more deliberate, a little more orthodox approach. Zaman Force here dropped in by Toy. It is all just a push in. Savero deeper underneath his turret. So I don't know if Keyboy is gonna commit any resources of ONIC. Is thinking to send anyone over up top to Savero. Look at this Kairi looking to steal.
Oh, does not get it.
Yeah, clutch retribution by Sutsujin. The mercenary gets his coin.
Oh, diversion. Oh, Kairi might just be read out. Uh-oh. Sutsujin doesn't get the quad shadow. Gets company in air. Reaction 2 times. Rins able to walk away from Sans' damage. Keyboy wants to go in again. Sutsujin's right there. Gets the shurikens in and actually is able to get Rins out of harm's way. They're going to go for more seals on the jungle. Purple buff has now just spawned in the game.
Yep. Interesting and impressive footwork from Rins. You saw how underneath the feathered airstrike, the almost imminent clapback from ONIC, he just sidesteps everything.
Happy feet. Got that movement down below.
Any lesser mage would have just ran away, but that's exactly what Sans was expecting. So, again, clearly, RRQ Hoshi studied this matchup, not just from the draft, but even to the players' individual movements. Tsunami Slam!
Not too sure if you want to jump on. EDOC gets the shove back. Soul Snatch coming down. Also the knockup over as well. Now it's Dyron in the front, getting chunked quite low. Ryota with the DOT turtle going to be reset as well, but Ryota has already used the Glorious Pathway. Diversion, a stun coming down. They don't know where the diversion's coming. It's going to the back as well. Kairi still able to escape for a bit. Sutsujin now on Keyboy. Dyron, fist crack coming over against Kai with another punch down. Kyrie looking for the kill, will be able to deal with Dyron. Turtle, not even half. Rin's caught as well. Keyboy, Tsunami Slam, nope, just slamming him down to the ground.
RRQ Hoshi spent a little too much time trying to secure those kills, but Sutsujin from out of nowhere steals the turtle!
The Merc saves the fight, the SOD doesn't land, but Sans together with Keyboy will get what they wanted to. Savero in the mid lane, unable to get a trade, but it's good enough. ONIC are back in the game.
The only survivor of that slaughter in the turtle pit. ONIC now up 1,000. Savero was just following in Toy's footsteps, and Toy was there to actually just help RRQ Hoshi catch up. Is that a stolen purple buff?
For
RRQ Hoshi, like the big buff wasn't there. Look, it was just the baby buff that Edok and Suchi have to take care of.
Huh.
They left the baby.
I think last time I saw it, wasn't it Kyrie on it? Maybe
Exactly.
he just had to rush the turtle. I'm thinking, right? I'm assuming right now. Or he didn't take it. No, he didn't. He had to rush the turtle, leaving the purple buff is what I'm thinking right now.
All right.
That's just how quick RQ were moving around the map.
All right. Well, again, given what happened, they were just trying to make ends meet, trying to make deadlines, these rotations that they themselves have set for them. To try and make the most of that early snowball. But right now, for the first time in this whole series, ONIC are in control. Although there are some movements on the map, developments that allow for RRQ Hoshi to get back into the driver's seat. That's a first push up top by Toy.
Edok wants to open up the map again. Ryota did a good job at zoning earlier in that skirmish. If it wasn't for Ryota and the Glorious Pathway, seeing the diversion going in and getting the stun right before the diversion went through, it could have been devastating to Kyrie.
That whole diversion play was a 50-50.
Yep.
RRQ Hoshi already positioned themselves and committed too much to pull out. It would have been worse if they just denied themselves that opportunity. So they took their shot. It's better than not doing it at all. Tsunami Slam on a Dyron, throwing all at the Padang, but he goes for the fist crack.
Toe Snatch still taking him down. Kyrie able to get the kill. 1-4-0. That's the pickoff. Diversion though.
Dyron spent so much.
Good read by Kaidok! Diversion into the implosion flicker. No hesitation. Keyboy looking for the Tsunami Slam. Doesn't have it. Back up just yet. Turtle for free to Sutsujin.
And that's the last turtle of the game. Clutch timing too, as it was about to turn into a Lord. That's happening about 2 minutes from now. This does open up the map, leaving Savero to his own devices, pushing down tier 1 in the bottom lane. Sutsujin securing his purple here. All right, slowly, the pendulum has swung back in RRQ's momentum.
The instant decision making, right, from Edok as well. You saw that Kyrie initially, it was the instincts, man, coming in, but he was still thinking, all right, do I try to scout in? Do I go in? Once he started thinking, Edok took that time and went in. He knew he had the opportunity, and it was closing quick.
Yep, he took his shot again. That seems to be RRQ Hoshi's MO, is when there's a shot, we take it. And here's the diversion into the Rock Golem's bush. I wonder if ONIC knows that there's this many members of the kingdom here. And they rotate out. Oh, they still move down bottom. Who is this? They spot out Keyboy. They're just setting up that push.
Yeah, they want to get the turret, leveling things on the board of the bottom lane, something Savero was able to get in trade. Now it's back to even Ryota. Trying to scout Sutsujin. Savero getting a lot of space this game, unlike when he was on the carry, right? This is, again, more Savero's style. He wants to be an individual player, an independent gold laner that looks for farm while the team goes for objectives, looks for picks, yada yada.
He builds himself up before he's able to be part of a bigger picture. And even when he misses the SOD, some might argue that might be for the best, you know? Maybe giving him that option to join the fight when he's not ready yet might be detrimental to ONIC. So right now, RRQ Hoshi setting up a diversion into that L-brush.
Beautifully done. San's going to be taken down. Again, it's Toy who gets the kill. What a diversion from Rins. Fist crack over to Ryota. Implosion as well. Keyboy, you don't want to take it. What? He still goes in, gets caught, and gets taken out by the Shinobi. Sutsujin.
The yin and yang effect denied Ryota the retreat. And I think Keyboy was thinking, hey, I can heal him. I can fix him. We can make it better. But RRQ Hoshi says, no, it's too late. And they take 3 for free, converting into a turret, converting into a Lord. And now we're back in Kingdom territory.
Just in a snap You blink, you miss it. Almost. Savero could have created another Savero moment with that play. Unable to get it.
I love how Sutsujin was just so calm though. He did not panic retribution. He's like, it's fine. It's off by an inch.
Classic Sutsujin, man. Classic Sutsujin. He doesn't have emotions when he's on cam, when he's playing. But in the gaming house, I've heard that he's a completely different person.
I mean, that's how you end up being that way on stage. You take it all out when you're home, so that when the crowd is around, when you're out in public, it's cool.
Story of our lives, man. Instant replay. Let's take a look at this. What a masterful diversion, right? Seeing the angle that no one was in that bush. And again, like you said, it's about the 50-50. They just know how to 50-50 so well. Keyboy mismanaged that timing on the skill to jump on the wall. Thought he had a little bit more time to jump back. Oh, wait, there's a skirmish. Tsunami Slam coming down. Edok gonna be caught there, still able to escape. Gets the implosion down as well. Kai locked in. Edok still surviving. Lord charging into the mid lane. But ONIC are able to defend.
Still a successful attempt by RRQ Hoshi. Again, true to their identity in this game here alone. If we see a shot, we're gonna take it. As long as it's not a 0% win rate of success, we will try. And they get away with popping a Holy Shield down bottom and chunking down mid lane inhibitor to a third. This is working out for RRQ Hoshi because ONIC, say what you will about Savero being more comfortable. Say what you will about Kyrie being, you know, less in trouble, given if he does decide to go into the paint, decide to fight in a pit. He's not as punished as hard. He is still in a, remote body. It's still very difficult to fight against RRQ. They take down Ryota.
In a blink of an eye, again, it's Kai jumping in with the Soul Snatch SOD. Lands, but I don't think you want to take it. Sutsujin in the back, almost fighting a Tsunami Slam. Locking Sutsujin down with the Quad Shadow there. Edok goes in for the diversion. Doesn't land it on anyone. Savero takes a beating. And Sutsujin, Shadow Kill, gets on the Suns. Is it going to be enough? No. But in the back, it is Kai again who looked for the kill, but gets super low.
Deja vu. But it seems like ONIC is worse for wear after that. Losing Ryota and now unable to defend with this push. A feathered airstrike of desperation from Sans, unable to protect his tier 3.
Zoning Quad Shadow from Sutsujin, putting Savero outside of the range of that turret to defend it. And again, the diversion. These diversions have been so quick, so decisive from Rins.
They are unlike any other diversions from other Luyi mains I've seen. You know, Super Friends, it's very deliberate when he does it. The likes of a few he tries, you know, they end up as post-engagements. But Rins does it on the flick of a dime.
Is he just the commander? Is he RRQ, the Kingdom's commander? Rins? Always finding angles, going for diversions, even on a juice in, engaging, setting the sights for the team to go in.
That's the kind of player he is. Checking out the items right now. So far, oh my god, look at that lead. Both on Sutsujin and on Toy. These cores are out of their minds. Is that a concentrated Jenny on the way?
Yep. On the way to the concentrated energy. Once we get to see that, oh, it's done.
Built up.
All right, so we're probably going to wait for the... Oh, look at the bush. Edok with a conceal. Keyboy gonna be caught. Two-man implosion. And the burst is there from Toy and Rins. A double for Toy, and RRQ have just gotten so much of that diversion.
Less aggressive teams would set up a diversion like that, but they would want time. SOD thrown out, not gonna happen. And they would make sure the coast is clear. Not RRQ, not when the commander, Rins, says we go now.
Phenomenal stuff from the Kingdom, man. A completely different team to, again, just from last season. In the preseason, we saw this team in the APAC Snapdragon Pro Series when they just debuted Toy in his first ever event playing for this team. And now they've improved this much.
A different configuration actually got a sweep against the then would-be world champions in ONIC Philippines. So this is just that same DNA and they engage.
Savero trying to survive there. Toy goes over his Mon Force, goes in straight for the base right now as the Lord is still there. Ryota getting his entire HP evaporated. Shadow kill on the base. Sutsujin gets it.
And in the base underneath, they're waiting for minions. Toy gets taken down.
Savero is trying his darn hardest, goes in and pins them down. Rins looking for the kill. Rins going to get taken down by Savero. Edok on the base. ONIC have defended.
It's not over just yet. An SOD thrown out. Savero, Sans, and Kyrie, mission accomplished. It's not over till it's over.
Call it mission impossible for ONIC. A comeback in the 15th minute against a very, very ahead RRQ. 4 members down, and they have 5 up. I don't think the death timers are that long for them to be able to punish all the way, but at least they'll be able to get a tier 2 here.
It won't end just yet, but this does put RRQ Hoshi in a very human position compared to where they were then. Gods staring down from the heavens upon the Sky Kings. Even beyond the clouds sit the King of Kings. That's what it was for RRQ Hoshi about a minute ago. And then suddenly they overextend, take too many turret hits underneath the damn base, and now they're here. Just what, 2,000 gold ahead. They have to play for this next Lord, man. They have to play for the next Lord. Now the question is, did they lose their mojo? Did the commander, Rins, lose his Riz? Are they going to start taking diversions more conservatively? Because they shouldn't be doing that, in my opinion.
Oh, Kai doing a lot of damage there. Yeah, it's definitely a setback. I don't think they've lost. Oh, diversion against Savero, the man who saved them, just gets obliterated. Every single time you think there's going to be some space to breathe, they say no. Sutsujin engaged on Kairi, getting caught low, half HP with 1 Chrono Dash.
That is the mandate of the commander. We end it now. Glorious Pathway set in by Ryota. Still, the number of priority, defend.
The base will just be cracked.